Hey everybody, Sean here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in Mega Man X Legacy Collection 2, grabbing the Crushin' It achievement. This is going to be done in Mega Man X8. It is to use the Giga Crush on an enemy. First thing you need to do is unlock the Icarus armor, which, just like every other Mega Man X game, is divided into 4 pieces. First piece is actually going to be in the intro stage. You have to come back here on a second run, so you can unlock the intro stage, replay after clearing at least one stage. Start it up, you have to bring X along for this. All of these weapon parts require you to have him in your party. Then what you want to do is you want to make your way to the part where the game taught you how to use the double jump. Now that you can go back and use X, you can actually go through the door on the ground floor. Once you are in this room, you should find the weapon capsule right here. Make sure you head on inside, and then you should get the armor piece. On to the second piece of armor. This one's probably the trickiest of the 4 to get. It's going to be done on the Booster Force stage. You need 0 and X in your party, so make sure you equip those guys, and then make your way past the first part of the stage. You want to make your way to the part where you get into the right armor, which is right after this conveyor belt. Hop on inside. You are going to have to bring this thing all the way past the first mini-boss fight. So it's going to be a little tricky since there's a lot of tight jumps along the way, so make sure you get used to using the right armor's hover. You have to use your hover to get onto this platform. It is actually going to be an elevator, so ditch the right armor and then jump out. With X, you're going to have to shoot that button right there, which will actually get the elevator up, and then just wall jump up, hop back into the armor, and then skip your way across until you get to this part. Now you have another series of pretty tight jumps you have to do along the way, so be a little careful of these. But after this conveyor belt, jump onto this platform. You are going to have to do a hover to get onto this. Then you have a very tricky hover, and as soon as you land on this conveyor belt, start dashing forward. The reason for that is if you don't start dashing, the conveyor belt will pull you into the pit. Then you have this part where you have a platform you can't jump over and a conveyor belt full of spikes underneath you. The way to get past this is you have to ditch the armor, and then the conveyor belt's going to start moving it. Jump onto this platform and let the conveyor belt carry the armor. Then you want to jump in it and then quickly do a hover and then land next to the door. It's very tricky and you have to time it perfectly, or else the armor is going to fall in the pit. And if at any time the armor falls into a pit, you're going to have to start the entire stage over again, since there's only one right armor in this segment. Get past the mini-boss room and then get to this area with the tree. Take out the enemies, and then you have to do a hover to get onto this platform, so hold A and then float on over. You might notice another elevator right here, so you need to ditch the armor, and the reason we brought 0 along is because we need him to hit this switch. So switch on over to 0, and then you want to hug this wall right here. You need to swing your sword and then hit the switch, and then that should get the elevator up. Then wall jump up here, get back into the right armor, turn to the left, and then what you have to do is you have to do a hover, then a dash, and then you're supposed to ditch the armor in midair and then land on this platform where the capsule is. If the armor falls in the pit, you have to start the level over again, but if it fell onto the tree, you can just hop back into it and then try to jump back up again. So that one's not too bad. Then we are on to the third armor piece. This one is going to be done on Primrose, which is the annoying anti-gravity stage. Make your way to this room, the room with the 6 blocks in the corner. Make sure you don't hit any of the switches yet. You are going to either need Axel's hover ability or the Ultimate Armor's Nova Strike to cross this pit right here. You want to jump up, you want to make it across the spikes, and then jump into this little crevice up top. The weapon capsule is going to be in this hidden room. Make sure you hop inside and then get the third piece. And then finally, the fourth and final piece is going to be done on the Metal Valley stage. So start this up, get past the first half of the stage, which involves you running away from the giant robot and then defeating him using the crane thing. Then when you get to the backwards bit, make sure you follow him. Drop down here and then follow the conveyor belt past the second crane. You will notice these barrels right here. You are going to need a specific weapon for this. You are going to need the Melt Creeper, so make sure you equip that. I believe this is Burn Rooster's weapon. So use that to blow up the barrels, and then behind here should be the last weapon capsule you need for this armor set. So hop on inside, you should have unlocked the Icarus armor. Now you actually have to use the ability to defeat an enemy before getting the achievement, so hop back to the stage select, make sure you start up a mission on any stage, equip the Icarus armor, make sure all the pieces are in order. They should be all of the red ones. Then you want to start it up, find an enemy, and then to use the ability, all you have to do is be in midair, tap the Y button to do the attack, and you should release this nice explosion, but more importantly, get the achievement. There it is. It's going to be for 15 gamer score, and that's all there is to it.